Hey gang, how are you all? Hope everybody is really well, and welcome to week 2 task 2. Fantastic. So gather up your bits for this one. So we're looking for week 2 task 2 bag. Little bit heavy today, and the other thing we're going to need, so these are going to come from our big bag, so from our big yellowy orange bag that I will have sent you guys. So we're looking for our week 2 task 2 bag, and the other thing we're looking for is from that one is this orangey sheet. Okay, I think it's the orangey sheet. Let me just have a quick look. Yes, it's the orange sheet. Yeah, so hopefully you guys have got the big orange sheet and you got the bag, little bag. So so this week we're coming, oh gosh, we're right at the end of September on this week. So this is a bit of a date specific one. So we have a celebration next week that we're going to be celebrating, and so we're making a lovely little thing for that. So shall we have a little look and see what we've got? Right, first from our bag is some glue, so we're going to be doing a bit of gluing on this one, gang. Very good. The next thing, we've got all of these lovely little colourful things. Look at this. We've got all these like little ovally shapes, nice orange and a blue, and you guys might have slightly different colours to me. That will happen sometimes, so don't worry about that if you do. And a little circle. Very good. And then you got a special white card in here. Now the white card gives it away, so if you read the white card you'll know straight away what we're doing. And so we're going to do that, I'm going to tell you. So next week, bearing in mind that we're now in the end of September, next week on the 6th of October is a very special day that not many people know or celebrate about it, but we love celebrating, and it's Grandparents' Day. Yes, it is, believe it or not. And so we thought we'd make a lovely little grandparents card, probably more and more important now with everything that's going on. So, and so we've given you a little poem. Let me hold on this one. So I might read it out quickly just so you guys can get the idea of it. So it says, grandmas and grandpas are everything nice, like presents and candy and raspberry ice, and chocolate fudge sundaes with cherry on top, and popcorn and peanuts and grape soda pop. In winter or summer, in rain or in sun, grandmas and grandpas are wonderful fun. So it's just a beautiful little thing for a granny and grandpa, or somebody else's granny and grandpa. I don't know, if you don't have your own granny and grandpa, you could happily give it to somebody else, or just make it as a beautiful little card. So let's crack on. First thing we're going to do, put all those ones to one side, so I'm just going to put them over there for the moment. We're going to get our bag back. We're going to bring back our bag because we need some glue. So let's pop our bag down there somewhere. It's handy. I'm going to put it there so you guys can see. As always, we're not going to open the sealed side of the bag, although it's openable. We're not going to do that. We're going to go down to one of the bottom corners, get our reliable little scissors, or if you can't, get a scissors handy, just rip a piece off. And remember, we do this so for anything we don't use we can reseal it. Okay, as always in these videos I'm going to go through this at my speed. If I'm going too fast for you, hit the pause button at any time until you catch up with me. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a squeeze. It doesn't take a huge amount of glue this, so I'm not going to go too crazy. I don't want to waste it, so I'm just going to pop that out there. Turn that up again, give it a little squeeze with my fingers just to push the glue back down, because I think that's pretty much going to be enough. Going to give it a little turn over, and then that will be good for another craft some other time. Right, so we've got our glue, we've got all of our little pieces. First job we're going to do is fold our card over. So all we're going to do is take one, fold it over. Big people, you can line up the corners for us. Put a couple of fingers there, and then everybody else, big high five hands. Ooh, my big fingers. High five hands like this, and all we're going to do is press down. So we're going to press down, tap, tap, tap if we need to, and then rub our fingers along that seam. You get a few fingers and just push down and rub. Very good. So high five hands, tap, 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 push and rub. Beautiful job. Now, I'm going to do my card in portrait, so the long way like this. You guys can do it in landscape. Just make sure that the opening side is pointing towards your belly. Okay, so it's pointing towards you. Okay, if you're doing it in portrait like me, it should open from the right hand side to the left hand side. So just be careful of that. Sometimes we can forget and put them down and get too excited about crafting, and it opens up this way, and it's not quite the same. So choose which side you want to do it on and just get that working. Right, so next job, we're going to get our little petals. So these are petals. We're going to be making like a little flower thing. And you just have to kind of decide which way you want to do it. The easiest way that I find to do it is grab your glue spatula or your lollipop stick, whichever you've got handy. And, ooh, got some feathers on there. I was doing something else earlier on. And all we're going to do is get a little bit of glue and then pop it on. It doesn't matter which side you use. They're all the same. So you can use this side or you could use that side. It won't make any difference. Pop a little bit of glue on. And we're going to start with our first one. And the first one, we're just going to pop kind of there. So a little bit of space at the top. Pop him on, but right in the middle. And then give him a little push down. Now obviously if you are doing a landscape version, it would be in the middle top, that's just about there kind of thing. So that's what you guys will be doing if anyone wants to do it landscape, okay? Very good. I'm doing mine portrait. Right, next one, we're going to get another one, and we're going to go, and we're going to then, from this one, we're going to get all of the other ones, and we're just going to roughly place them out so we see the kind of spacing that we want. So you should have 5 or 6. So that's kind of what we're going for. Little flower kind of set up like that. We don't need them touching in the middle, so we can leave this space in the middle. So don't worry too much about them being perfect, and don't worry if you've got a little bit of a bigger space. That doesn't matter either. And don't worry with things like this if it hangs out over the edge. That doesn't matter. None of these things matter. So that's basically the kind of idea of what we're going for. So now that we've got the first one glued in, we're just going to continue. Now I've got a nice, anybody know what color this is? Hey, purple. It is a lovely purple. So again, we're just going to get a scoop of glue, pop it on. Again, it doesn't matter which side you put it on. Pop a little bit of glue on there like that. You don't have to go too crazy. They're not that heavy. And I'm just going to pop that one down there. That's about right. A little bit of space between them. That's fine. As we go through, you can make some minor adjustments as you go along. So give it a little push, squeeze it down, tap, 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 tap. Beautiful, perfect. Next one, I'm going to go for this. It's kind of the beigey, kind of fawn or sandy kind of colour, or a light brown, you could call it. Same idea. Scoop a little bit of glue, pop a little bit on there. Doesn't have to be completely covered. Don't worry too much about that. Again, a little bit of space. Pop him down, that's about right. So I'm kind of looking at the space between the blue and the purple, and I'm just kind of going to try and match it thereabouts. Beautiful. Pushing fingers, tap, 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 tap. Now what's great about these foams is they are, you can colour on these, and you could paint on them. So if you did want to do a little something extra, go a bit crazy, maybe some of our, maybe you've saved some stickers from week 2's task 1 task, which was our sewing. You could pop a few little stickers on here. You guys add and augment as much as you like. Okay, it's totally up to you. It's your craft. Right, so I've got our orange one on. I've got a little bit of a bigger space in there, so I'm just going to move that over a little bit. And you see, even when it's sticking down, you can still have a little bit of time to maneuver. And then our last one of our petals is our green one. And again, you can see I've got some splodgy glue on there. I didn't spread it out beautifully over these corners, and that's absolutely fine, because when you put it in place and you give it a little push, it will naturally just spread out underneath. Beautiful job. Look at that. Fantastic. So that's the outline of our petals. Right, next we're going to look for the green circle. Or you guys might have a different coloured circle as well, but I think most of them are green. Now with this one, like I was saying, you can colour in some of these if you want with little things. Or when we put this centre, the corona, ooh, I know the centre of the flower, corona, probably not a good word, you can put a little something on it. So maybe you could write a little message, or maybe I'm going to just draw a little heart. Just put a little heart in there, shade it in a little bit. You don't have to do anything. I've just put a little heart. You could write "I love you, Granny and Grandpa," or to whomever it's for, a friend, and then turn it over, pop a little bit of glue on there. Ooh. Again, you don't have to go too crazy. And then turn them over, and this one is going to go right down in the middle, so it hides all of that space that we kind of put in there between them, between the petals. And then you just give it a gentle press, pop him down. There is a beautiful flower card. Look at that. Now, like I said, if you've got some little bits and pieces left, you can pop some in there, or any other decorations or stickers or anything else you've got if you want. We love it like this, but feel free to do anything else that you like to be a little bit more creative with yours. Right, now, next thing. Now that we've done the outside beautifully, we're going to take our lovely little plaque that we've made and we're going to pop it. Now this should be absolutely fine. I'm going to kind of hold this up and show you guys. You know, already that glue will be holding no matter really how much you put on. So you don't have to be too particular with it. And don't worry if little bits of glue splodging out the side. That doesn't matter. It'll all dry up and it'll all go away. So we're going to open them up, and then you'll be able to see the seam, or the half where we did the fold, and it's right in here. We're going to pop our lovely little plaque with our little poem on it. Okay, so just like before, we're going to turn him over so it's the writing side down. Nice scoop of glue. Now this one, we're going to try and get as close to the edges as we can so it doesn't stick up, and we're just going to pop our glue on. I'm going to go and use a very, very special spreading technique now in a second. It's called my finger. I have to say, we use lots of different spreaders and lots of different things, and of course spreaders are great because we don't want glue everywhere if at all possible, but there's nothing like just popping in there with your finger and just giving it a little squidge around to get right to the corners. Beautiful. Now, pick them up, and again you'll see I've got some little bits of glue that I've spread out, and I don't mind. That will all go away, so I don't mind. If you were too particular, you could just move that to one side. Do it on your brown paper. So get this one, pop it in. As you'll have seen, I'm not too particular about certain things, so I don't want it beautifully straight. I'm going crazy tilty angle, although that's hard to see on this camera. Believe me, I'll hold it straight down to this line here and you'll be able to see it's at a little bit of an angle that way. And I'm just going to give it a nice rub with my finger. Beautiful. And then anywhere else on this, you could write a little message to Granny and Grandpa or whoever you're sending it to. And there is your beautiful foam flower Grandparents' Day card. Very good, you guys. Well done. Super job.